You're a demon, apparently. Chapter 8. The mid-afternoon breeze tickled your face as you dozed against the tree line. It was boring, but there wasn't much that you could do while you waited for Amber to return from the nearby town. You had considered going with her, but knowing your luck, you would have run smack into the princess's tea house or some bullshit like that. It had been a stroke of luck that you had found this town to start with, and you weren't going to jeopardize a much-needed supply run, so Amber had gone in alone. There was that nagging question as to whether or not she'd come back or send some strike force after you, but you had gotten better at ignoring it. Things had calmed down considerably in the week after you'd heroically faced down an entire army of ravenous, bloodthirsty, possibly rabid diamond dogs. They hadn't pursued you, and Pony Team 6 were nowhere to be found. You weren't sure if they had just given up on you or were just morons. Given your admittedly limited experience with the locals, you were leaning to the latter. Not Amber, of course, she was brilliant. It had taken a bit of gently prying, but she had opened up impressively. Turns out, buried beneath the fear and abuse, she was adaptable, brave, and becoming more joyous by the day. She was smiling more, laughing, and didn't seem to care that she was essentially a wanted mare on the run with an interdimensional interloper. In fact, she seemed to relish in it. And you couldn't help but admire it, the way that she could take all this in stride. In the interest of keeping the smile on that adorable face, you did your best to avoid mentioning dear old dad. Even though it was mostly for Amber's sake, it was also to keep you from losing your cool. You considered yourself a mostly level-headed person, but that bastard. Suffice to say, he got you heated rather quickly. To just see the amazing mare that Amber truly was, and remembering the withered shell of a pony you had first met when you got here, it infuriated you. If only you could just get your hand on that slimy... Okay, no. No, you wouldn't go down that path. It was bad enough most ponies thought you were a demon, and confirming that would only make things worse. Though, it may be worth it. No, focus on the positives, like Amber, you reminded yourself. Amber. She was the only good thing that you've had this entire time. You felt at ease with her around, happier, even. Hell, you were even sleeping better with her in the woods than you've had in years in your own world. Then again, rocks and dirt versus a half-moldy mattress on the floor weren't really that different. But that aside, being here with Amber, it felt right. Wait. Were you...
Master!
Amber announced, snapping your attention away from your thoughts. She galloped up the hill, a pair of saddlebags flopping at her sides. You got everything? You asked, and Amber nodded.
Uh-huh. Food, water, just about everything that we need for now.
Good. Oh, also, did you get that string I asked for?
Yeah, I did. What do you need it for?
She replied, floating the requested string over to you with her magic. You didn't answer immediately. Instead, you turned your back to Amber and dug around in your pocket for something. The past few nights you had found yourself digging through the bag of gems, and sure, it was equivalent to digging through a bag of change, but it felt nice. It was kinda like shoving your hands in those tubs of colored rocks at cheap gift shops, and during one of those digging exercises, you found something you felt deserved to be saved. After a moment filled with fiddling, you managed to complete your project. With a grin, you presented it to Amber. Her eyes widened.
Wait, is that...
She whispered. Yeah, it is. In your hand was a smooth chunk of amber. The old tree sap, not the pony. It was about half the size of your palm, and inside was a small leaf, vaguely in the shape of a heart. You had tied the string around it to make a makeshift necklace. Carefully, you hung it around your companion's neck.
I don't know what to say.
Amber said, mystified. She tore her gaze away for her namesake to look at you, and she had tears in her eyes.
Thank you.
It was nothing. I thought you'd like it. You reply, rubbing the back of your neck. Amber snuggled up to her usual position at your side, and you obliged her obvious request for ear scritches. For once, life was good.
Hey. I haven't really done this in a while, but would you like me to use it? My talent, I mean.
She asked after a moment. Really? Sure. I mean, if you don't mind. I don't want to pressure you or anything.
Well, I offered, didn't I?
She giggled and gave you a playful tap with her hoof. The unicorn got up and stretched.
Now, I should tell you, what I mostly get is random information. I can direct it to a certain topic, but there's no telling how much I'll get, or even if it'll actually happen.
Okay. Honestly, I'm just curious about how this all works. Amber smiled.
Well, you're about to find out. Any requests?
You thought for a moment. What should you ask for? If you were being honest, there was really only one thing that you wanted to know. Will I ever go home? Or will I stay here forever, waiting to be axed by a horsey hit squad? Amber paused, then looked at you with sad eyes. She didn't say a word, but slowly nodded. Closing her eyes, she focused her magic on the amber, raising it to her face. The orange light danced off the stone like fire. Amber's eyes snapped open, her orange eyes blazing like two pools of molten copper. She stood there, motionless, her magic dancing around her nose and cheeks. You felt odd, sitting there and waiting. Were you supposed to do something here, or just wait? How long would this even— Amber yelled as she stumbled back and almost fell over. You scrambled to help her keep her balance. Are you okay? You questioned.
Yes, I think so.
She answered, massaging her temple.
That was more intense than I thought it would.
Intense? How so? Amber looked away.
It's nothing. Probably wrong, anyways.
She whispered. What did you see? You asked.
Nothing!
Amber yelled. Amber?
No, forget it!
Amber.
No!
Amber. She met your gaze. Fear and worry filled those copper eyes, obscured by her shimmering tears.
Please don't make me say it. It might come true.
You swept her up in a tight hug. Amber, I told you, we're in this together. Whatever you saw, we'll face it head on. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
She mumbled as she dried her tears out on your shirt. Besides, you said it yourself. Whatever you saw may not even happen. Right? She managed a weak smile.
I did say that, didn't I?
She frowned.
But what I saw, what if it does?
We'll get to that when and if it comes. So, why don't you tell me what you saw, and we'll go from there. Deal?
Okay.
She pulled away and cleared her throat.
It was fragmented, but what I was able to make out was not good. I saw you surrounded by the elements of harmony, and I saw the princesses too. They fired and you didn't have time to move, and you were gone. I don't even know what happened to you after that.
He took a moment to process that. Okay, that's not good, although they could have just sent me home. Amber nodded.
But there's more. There were flashes in between. Lightning, teeth flashing, rain, and blood.
You didn't know what to say. But you had to say something.
I wasn't there! When you were surrounded, I didn't see myself there. Something happened to me.
Look, I'm sure that you're fine. You try to reassure her as you reach out to her.
That's not the point! I wasn't there when you needed me!
Silence. Amber.
We're supposed to be together in this, but where was I? What happened to me? Why couldn't I help you?
She then sobbed. Amber, I'm more concerned about you. I don't want anything to happen to you, and I don't want you to think that you don't matter. She wiped her eyes with the back of her foreleg.
But I still want to be able to help you.
You ruffle up her mane. Well, how about this? Why don't we look out for each other then? After everything we've faced together, what's stopping us from defying fate itself? You joke with a grin. Amber chirped a short laugh.
Nothing, I guess.
God, I love to ship Anon and Amber so much. They're just so adorable. And I really am still waiting for the day that both of them actually start to get intimate and then things get rock up. I'll stop. Anyways, let's get on to our adventurous donators. Top donators: Dash of Evergreen, Peter Coulthard, J10 Man, Darkside, and Ponyman. CourierCruz CI, Strix, Zar630, Narwhals, Delta Omega, RuneScythe9852, Dospo, Rhiny Dragonwolf, Hunter Norman, Austin Roland, Secret Moon, Tal Rasha, The Toilet Snake, Sword Brethren Mordred, Cerberus, Gulashing Hazar, Rondon Wandering, Enderai63, Random Person Man Guy, Easy, Starlight Glimmer, Squiddy Boy, David E. Sanchez, Soul Dragon, Gaggy, Trey, Shadow Drake, Joe Piercy, Alex F., Rainbow Dash, Teoka Anderson, TV Killer, John Becker, Leon Reynolds, Raven Speedster, Zach Raquel, Mr. ECU, Leslie Prickett, Edgar Garcia, One Kingdom 1, Nissa Rusan, Vizuri, and Dyslexic Character Sheets. Thank you all very much for watching this video, live life to the fullest, and if you're gonna read out names, make sure that you don't do it too quick where you fuck up at least 5 names. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.